Kevin Kukla is a seriously confused Catholic writer. He writes on the website prolife365.com, and he has a serious message that he'd like to share with women about porn. He says, quote, "Any man who views pornography thereby disqualifies himself from being proper marriage material. Since he is not the one to tie the knot with, don't bother wasting any more time on him." Okay, let's pause here. That means there's roughly 3 guys left in the country who are marriage material, and all of them are over the age of 92. Porn is universal. The idea that anybody's avoiding it on principle is comically stupid. Really? And it's not just men looking at porn, it's women look at online porn too. Clearly. It's one of those things that it's just natural. It's biological. We all have sexual urges. This is something that's driven evolution for hundreds of thousands and millions of years. The idea that you can will your way out of it, if you don't have somebody to have sex with, and you have all the net porn in the world at your fingertips, what are you going to do? Just sit there and go, "Oh, no, I'm going to not do it because I'm so moral and it's the right thing to do to not see naked people." Yeah. They have this mindset that's not even like 1950s silly and Leave It to Beaver fake. It's like 1600 silly. Not even. It's like the year 4 silly. This guy's thinking like it's the year 4. There's no intelligence. There's no understanding of nature and human biology and what is inherent in us. It's just moral judgment based on nothing. As if that's what's really immoral. Porn is immoral. Right? It's not, war, poverty, hunger, starvation, disease. No, that's not the main concern. That's not a moral concern. The moral concern is, what are you doing with your dick? He says, quote, "Viewing porn causes humans to devalue one another. Specifically in the case of a male, it causes him to reduce women to sexual objects for viewing pleasure. The waitress, the bank teller, and the grocery store cashier get rated in his mind. He checks them out, grades their breast size, and wonders what it would be like to get each of them into bed." You see, talking with a lot of specifics there, buddy. It sounds almost like you've done this at some point in your life. But I digress. Yeah, that's called being a human. And it's not just men that objectify women. Women objectify men, too. Have you seen the ads on TV with guys with the washboard 8-pack abs, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm so hot, look at my fake bulge in my pants," like Justin Bieber and that Calvin Klein thing. Everybody objectifies everybody. That's part of what sex is and why we want to reproduce. And you could say, hey, look, full objectification is a bad thing, and I'd probably agree with you, but some objectification, if both sexes do it, and you still respect the individuality and the intellect of your partner, but you do have sex and you do view each other through a lens of, you're hot, there's nothing wrong with that. He says, quote, "Your porn-addicted boyfriend may lock himself in social isolation. If you want a husband who can hold a conversation at a dinner party, as opposed to one that has to run and beat off immediately, then the porn addict is not going to make the grade. Porn, like any other addiction, causes social graces to slowly die away." Again, incredibly goofy. You know what? This makes me think he has the biggest porn addiction of anybody in the world. Because he's saying it like that really is a concern. That your average guy who watches net porn is like in the middle of a conversation with their teacher or something, and they're like, where's the nearest computer? I gotta go beat off. No, we all have better impulse control than apparently you do. We're not in the middle of dinner parties and we're like, fuck, I really got to go rub one out within the next 7 minutes. No, that's you apparently, not us. And finally, he says, quote, "You should pray for him to change his ways, but still end the relationship. Maybe losing a good girl like you will be the impetus he needs to reorder his life." No, if you're a woman who would break up with a guy because he's watched or watches net porn occasionally, he's not losing a good girl like you. He's losing an annoying, ridiculous girl like you. Because anybody who takes this seriously, and by the way, I have a much more optimistic view of women because they wouldn't do that, right? They're not stupid like this guy is. They understand. Everybody understands except this guy that you don't need prayer to stop somebody who jerks off occasionally. You don't need to end the relationship and act like the guy is guilty of doing a triple homicide, right? He's like, break up with him, as if the guy's like, a serial rapist or something, or he's just a really bad guy who spit in his mom's eye or some shit. No, it's a normal dude with normal porn habits. End the relationship. Pray for him. Losing a good girl like you will put him back in line. Could you imagine? A guy's like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me, so I'm never going to jerk off to porn again. No, if a girlfriend breaks up with a guy, I got news for you. The porn viewing habits will increase by about 200%.